actually, okay, hold on. There was an issue here. Okay, let me remove. I'll remove that one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, trying this again. Oh, I think we are live, but we'll do the 30-second countdown anyways. Going live. 1 sec. Welcome, everyone. This has been a long-awaited live stream. I'm just going to start off by saying that. My name is Trav. With us today, we have Alex Gusev, the CEO and founder of Tectum Blockchain. And we've got some really exciting things to talk to you guys about today. We've got, just as a quick teaser, quick overview, we're going to chat about some of the massive announcements that we've been teasing at for weeks now. We finally are ready to reveal some key information about it. We're going to talk about some incredible awards that Alex specifically has achieved. Plus, we're going to chat about some new marketing events, marketing accomplishments. And then, of course, a new pilot program that's just beginning to start, just underway as we speak. Lots to dive into today, but I would be remiss if I did not start off by welcoming you, Alex. Thank you so much for taking your time. Alex is with us from the UAE as we speak. It is super late at night. Alex, how are you feeling today? How are you doing?
Feeling great today, Trev. Thank you for hosting me.
Absolute pleasure, my friend. Absolute pleasure. And I'd say let's just dive right in. We have got pushing 300 people hanging out with us within 2 minutes of being live here. And so we let's just share the knowledge, share the excitement, and share the announcements right off the bat here. So I think a great place to start is less than an hour ago, Alex, you just got off an interview with the CNBC Arabia as a expert in the field of blockchain and as an key opinion leader when it comes to the idea of blockchain in the real world. Tell us a little bit about that and tell us what that meant for Tectum in terms of exposure to the entire world.
Well, I would not call myself a key opinion leader. You know, I would say that I would rather say that from all of the news agencies from all over the world have taken this opportunity to up the interest to their platforms by talking about things which are trendy, you know, and trend is definitely on the crypto side. And I was asked literally 5 or 6 questions, which hopefully did not get girls confused because they were very accommodating and friendly. This was my first public appearance in this bilingual environment because I had this thing in my ear, and I heard Arabic language and English language at the same time. I've never had that before, and the interpreter was so good that I actually heard them literally talking simultaneously with a like a half a second delay. And and I was like trying to focus on English speech, and the English girl who was translating was having hard enough time translating terms. But thanks God she came into the room, restroom, not a restroom, but a guest room, to introduce herself, and me and her talked, and she's been in the industry since mid 2000s. So her skill level was so way above my understanding of possible human translation capabilities, and basically everything went well, despite that it was the first time. I was asked literally like what's expecting crypto, and what's this and this and this and that, and just a second.
Take your time. Take your time.
The biggest
Excellent. Maybe while you're getting situated over there, Alex, I'll just mention here.
I'm good. Sorry, and I just had this little emergency, or what not emergency, but the what's been going on after the event. Somebody
Understood.
just texted me.
You're a
So
busy man.
basically, yeah, they asked me, what do I think about Bitcoin? Well, what can I think about Bitcoin? I said, listen, I'm not a prophet, but math says that Bitcoin should be around $250,000 right now. Then she asked me, what do you think about Trump's government? I said, well, I think legislation is ready and will be pushed through the Congress within weeks. Then they asked me, what do I think? What do I think about altcoins? Are altcoins going to follow the same pattern as Bitcoin? And I said, yeah, normally it's a few months delay buzz, and I think there was another question, but I don't remember what it was. But it went really well. For some reason, it appeared to me that they saw they seek some kind of a future, the vision, because of it fell on our shoulders so suddenly, seems like nobody expected Trump to win, and now I'm looking back, like, to me it was like so obvious that he's going to win. It just made so much sense, but everybody's like, wow, Trump won, what are we going to do now, how much is Bitcoin going to go? I don't know. I said, I am not a prophet, girls. I don't know how far up Bitcoin is going to go. But it can tell you what I think it should go. It should be like at about $250,000, but I don't know how far up it's going to go. Institutional buys, where they come with a package,
100%.
So
Indeed, and I think that's a perfect. So first of all, Alex, let me just acknowledge the fact that I mean, that was an amazing opportunity, not only for you personally, but just to expose Tectum itself to a massive, massive audience. CNBC Arabia is what the most popular news outlets in the Middle East right now. So I just wanted to really emphasize that and just congratulate you on having that opportunity and being recognized as someone who can speak to these very pertinent topics. That is very encouraging to know that the a huge population of people all across the world are very interested, and it always seems to blow my mind a little bit how correlated Trump and then the crypto and blockchain conversation are hand in hand. And I think that's super cool that you were able to kind of shed some light on that while lending some exposure to Tectum. And I think being getting a bit more specific into Tectum right now. And I'm seeing a whole bunch of questions about this announcement that's coming up. And don't you worry, guys, we're going to be getting to that very, very soon here. Just hang on tight. I think your position with Tectum in terms of promoting mass adoption aligns you very, very well to be able to actually speak to these issues. So before we move on to our next topic, is there anything anything else you want to mention, kind of about how mass adoption might be affected with the whole Trump administration being pro crypto, as far as we know?
they have initiative, and they're gonna lead the initiative, but they cannot lead the tech. There's just not enough time. They have bunch of well-developed and well-financed platforms and frameworks, not to mention Paxful and other large operators, which are willing to jump on a wagon, but they don't have the impeccability of a soft node. It's not that I'm promoting our product. It's just the reality is the all level 2 networks which are operating in the world right now, they're all token based.
Understood.
They're all token based. They have the same principle. They just move faster. They're cheaper. They're faster, but they operate under the same principle. I believe that if we're lucky, and if stars align properly at the right time, we might hit a jackpot this year. We easily could. And it's not, what's ironic, it's not even about money, Trev. It's about just a pure luck right now.
That's incredible.
That's what I see. That's what I see. I see like pure luck. If we really get lucky, we hit it. And I'm not saying we did not hit it yet with Emirates, but you got to understand this is a private project led by one of the leading families in the country, and they are personally interested in that, and they have their own motive. But it's not a government-led project. So no matter how successful a project could be and will be and should be, we still have to get to the decision makers, and that's going to take us probably 4 to 6 months to get this pilot project in a cruise mode. And who knows, maybe by then somebody will take over the initiative, because the legislation these guys have prepared on the other side of the ocean looks like it's going to go through fast.
Understood, and perfect. I think we had a couple other points I wanted to hit on before talking about this partnership, but I think I would be remiss if I did not just use this perfect segue to actually dive into the announcement, the partnership, and then the Synthes note as well, just to talk about that pilot program as well. So if I may, Alex, I'd like to announce here that you guys have officially announced at your award ceremony. Your honored partner was there with you, and this was in Dubai. And you also announced the Synthes Note technology, and the partner officially is His Excellency Khalfan Al Mazrui. I hope I'm not butchering that name here, but tell us a little bit about what this partnership means, what it is, and then let's dive into talking a little bit about Synthes Note here as well, if that works for you.
Oh yeah, definitely does. That's actually what it is. See,
Hey, there it
innovator of the
is.
year.
And for anyone curious, this is the Innovator of the Year award that Alex received. Just was it Monday? Just last Monday here. That
Yeah.
was by the Entrepreneur Magazine Middle East in Dubai, the award ceremony. So that's huge as well. So a couple of major points here to get into. First is this partnership with His Excellency from the United Emirates, and then of course this award, which should not be faded here, because that's a massive accomplishment on your behalf as well here. So I'm going to let you just take the conversation wherever you'd like here on these specific points here, Alex. Just tell us what you're feeling. Tell us what this means, and give us a bit of an insight onto what's going on in your mind with all of this.
I'm quite excited. I think this is a good way to prove once again that Tectum is one of the most innovative and dynamic team in the world. On the other hand, it's a good point. It's a good time, and it's a good time to show that the time has come. Time for changes has come, and Synthes Note. Well, Synthes Note is a very innovative and quite disruptive product, Trev. Though we talk about Tectum as a center and the center of our digital universe in our Tectum world, we need to understand that Tectum is a technology and a community product. Synthes Note is a fintech product. To marry two of them was just once again a pure luck for us. Synthes Note was not born by itself. The first one was the soft note. And should I get into the difference between soft note and the Synthes Note now, or was it your next question?
Actually, why don't you do that right now? Please, let us know what is the difference between a soft note and a Synthes Note.
Soft note is a layer 2 solution, which is not a conventional blockchain solution, because it's a containerized asset, basically a pocketed enveloped asset, which is capable of moving with potentially infinite speed, propensity to infinity, because it can be connected to multiple blockchains, and for all I know, it can be connected to centralized network. Though we will strongly promote and encourage and pursue strictly blockchain-based product. And Softnode is not a token-based asset. It's a token put on a softnode. In some strange way, Softnode is a bear's bond 2.0. I hope I don't get indicted for this, because well, bear's bond were outlawed in the 60s because they helped. They apparently promoted tax evasion. Because you know what bear's bond is, right? It's a nameless bond. It's a bond which I hand to you. You sign on it, and it has no holder in due course, so there is nobody to tax. Nice. They outlawed them, but they didn't have blockchain back then. Now it can be all taken under control if properly approached, and I'm sure that we will do all we can to make sure that governments review that properly and see that under the right angle before they start making decision to adopt us or to indict us. I'm just trying to be funny, in this harsh and dynamic and unpredictable environment. It's very important to have to be funny, because sometimes it's all we have. Sometimes it's all we have left, is sense of humor. And that's a soft node, and soft node is designed to take crypto and ETFs to the streets.
I love that.
That's soft node. That's what soft node is for. Soft node is designed to bank the unbanked. Right now, only 15% of world's population is capable to use banking services, and 65% official stats have bank accounts. And I'm not talking about cards, because they basically, and the uttermost, the cornerstone, the common denominator is a bank card. If I got a bank card and I can conduct contactless payment, I got it, because that's what average person wants. Like me, I don't want their percents. I don't want the complicated banking products. All I want is to be able to fly anywhere I want and just put my bank card through the slot and get my lunch paid.
Yes.
And those are probably under 40%, but I don't have exact stats. I'll give them to you next AMA. And I only have those two contrasting statistics. The first one is that only 15% of world's population are able and using banking services, have access to banking services, and that means that basically half of the world, approximately slightly over half of the world, are unbanked people. Softnode is designed to fix that, because you will actually not need to open bank account to purchase, sell, or use, let's say, Brazilian reals.
Wow.
Reals. Or Emirates dirhams, or Turkish lira, any. There is 195 countries, and I believe about 150 they boast their own currencies. And that's the problem Softnode is designed to solve. While Synthesnode, not that Synthesnode does not solve those problems, but Synthesnode is a triple asset softnode. So Synthesnode is a form of a softnode.
Okay.
It's a triple asset softnode, which is designed to mitigate inflation.
Okay.
In local economies. Like, for example, Nigeria. It's a public information. It's not a secret to anyone, and I'm not gonna offend anyone if I say that Nigerian currency has been rapidly depreciating.
For sure.
And I'm talking about not like 5-10%. I'm talking about what, 2, 3, 5 times this last year.
Wow.
Well, that means by the time you took your paycheck to the grocery store, you already lost some percent of your value, of your purchasing power.
Unreal. That's
It's
significant.
terrible. It's terrible. I mean, I think of you as a father who needs to feed 10 kids. 10% can be everything. And the way Synthesis Note is designed is, I think I got it drawn up here. I believe I already showed it to you. Let me get it. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Um, Look, you see this diagram?
Yes. That's coming in clear. Perfect. Yes. Right.
What
I
what
do
do,
remember this
what,
one.
yeah, what do you see?
Perfect. I see the average Synthesis notes. First of all, we have the baseline, the $1 level. That's neutral right in the bottom here, or right in the middle here. Just above that, we have the average Synthesis note, which is on an incline, gradual incline over time. And then we have Bitcoin above that, which has the capabilities of increasing to infinity, which is absolutely incredible. And then Naira, was that a currency?
Naira. It's the
Gotcha.
Nigerian currency.
Nigerian,
Naira, just like most of local currencies, has
right.
a value propensity to zero.
Understood. Got you. So what, from what
Rem-
I
Remember,
understand, the
remember, remember Russian ruble in the mid 90s when it was
yeah,
denominated,
yes,
one to 1,000 or one to 100.
unreal.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I mean, your suit cost million rubles, like two, five,
unreal.
10 million rubles. The car was like the car was worth millions. Why would you want so many zeros? You see, with this model, and in this case, the synthesis node is comprised of $1 worth of. And I'm being hypothetical. Please don't hold it against me
Won't hold
because
it
we are
on, hold
still
it to you for sure,
we're still doing our math.
for sure.
But once we algorithmically sound, we're gonna get it into production in no time. You see you see Naira. You got $1 worth of Naira. You got
Mhm.
$1 worth of USDT. Well, that's easy. It's one USDT, right?
Yeah,
And $1 worth of BTC. One. Well, how much it is in total? Is it in total?
I would $3. Oh, I guess that's all
Th-
relative to the
Three,
value of
$3.
yes.
Well, what's gonna happen? And please note, I'm not saying if. I'm saying when. What's gonna happen when Naira becomes zero?
You will still have $2.
How much Synthesis Naira is gonna be worth?
$2. But then I also imagine Bitcoin's going to be continuing to elevate
And
as
by
well.
and by and by then, Bitcoin is gonna be worth $250,000. So Synthesis Naira will be worth $5-6.
Unreal, unreal. Okay, this is making sense. I think I got it. So this is for anyone who's just tuning in now, and we have just pushing 1,000 people hanging out with us at the moment. Alex right now is explaining to us the basis of what the difference between Synthesis Note and Soft Note is. And Synthesis Note is being designed, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, as an inflation-proof asset that's going to include 3 different assets within it. And of course, the math is still being figured out, but it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That will include a local currency, USDT, and Bitcoin. And Alex just showed us how even though so many local currencies all across the world are continuing to depreciate to infinity, by combining that local currency with USDT and with Bitcoin
Depreciate to zero.
to zero. Okay, to zero. Of course, there's yes, infinity doesn't really work in that context here for sure. So I appreciate that.
Bitcoin goes to infinity. Local currency always goes to zero.
Understood. Perfect. So I feel like I'm getting smarter by the minute, which is a huge win for me personally. So in a sense, all of this is as a mechanism to make a local currency inflation proof, if that makes sense. And it's a way of protecting the income that normal people receive and keep that from declining by 10% from the time they receive that paycheck to the time they get to they don't even need to go to a bank at this point, if I'm not mistaken, right, Alex? They can just take their phone,
Yeah.
go to a retailer, tap their phone, and they can use their funds instantaneously. Because, like you said, it's has those similar properties with SoftNote, with the instant usability, fast transactions, the safety, security, all of this good stuff. Am I on point? Did I mess anything up with that explanation?
Right on so far, buddy.
Perfect. Perfect. I love it. Okay, so this is huge. This is mega news. And again, I just want to take a quick moment and just thank everyone who's with us right now. We are just crossing 1,000 viewers as we speak. And right now, I have Alex with us, who is the founder of the Tectum blockchain, and he just announced the brand new partnership that we have recently announced through Tectum, and then the pilot program for the Synthes note, which is well underway as we speak as well. So, Alex, before kind of answering some other questions here and diving a little bit more into a couple other topics I wanted to touch on, were there any other main notes about Synthes Note that you wanted to bring to us? I know for Synthes Note, of course, you guys are starting the pilot project in Dubai. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what the goal for that might be and what that might be looking like.
Very good question, because going down to zero is certainly not a threat to Emirates Dirham.
Uh-huh.
Emirates Dirham has been, ironically, uh, if we actually get to Dirham and we get through and we actually do Dirham, which starting to make sense now that we're doing it in Dubai, right? We're running pilot tests in Dubai. Ironically, Emirates was the last country I would expect to look at us, to be our first country. Why? Because Dirham does not need any help. Dirham has not been losing its buying power and has been 3.65 for the last several years. And it seems like guys who are in charge of this country really know what they're doing. And but again, that's how stars lined up. That's probably because they know what they're doing, because they have right vision. That's we saw each other. We saw each other up, and we started talking about like 4 months ago. And when I laid it down and I showed them what we already have, I showed them SoftNode, I showed them Tectum blockchain, I showed them how SoftNode works. I helped them to download, and I showed them this detect random number generator opportunity. They said, wow, maybe we should talk about it. Maybe we should talk about partnership. So ironically, it's Emirates.
Unreal. The one country that doesn't need help to fight inflation.
The one country which doesn't need help recognize the opportunity. How ironic.
That is
and
very
how
ironic.
and how epic actually. That just like you look at the world, and sometimes that those who take opportunity are not those who need help.
Makes a ton of sense. I mean, I think that's it's a pretty amazing partnership. Just goes without saying, and I just like to emphasize that one more time. Synthes Note, which is the basis of this partnership with His Excellency Khalfan Al Mazrui in the United Emirates, in and around Dubai, I believe it is. He is the private partner with Tectum to launch this pilot program in Dubai for Synthes Note, which of course, as we just learned, the basis of Synthes Note is a mechanism, is an asset to help protect local currencies against inflation. And the kind of bringing it all together here of what Alex just mentioned, the one country that does not need help protecting their local currency against inflation, the United Emirates, is the country that recognized the value of this pilot project and decided to partner with Tectum to make it happen. I think that's pretty amazing, and it speaks to yeah, speaks to the characters of everyone involved in this. You know, they want to make the world a better place and help people all over the place. The greater than 40 or the 60% of the people who don't have access to bank cards. And again, we don't have the specific numbers for this, but a significant percentage of the population whose local currency depreciates from the time they receive their money to the time they get to the bank to take out that money. So I think that's pretty cool. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about this pilot project there, Alex. How long will the project be? And then what's the goal of the project?
The goal of the project is to prove that digital currency can become a source of residual income.
Awesome.
You see, we are not going to be able to prove that Synthes note is a way to mitigate inflation on dirham, because dirham does not need our help. Dirham is in a good shape. But we're going to be able to prove that digital currency can be and should be a source of residual income. I'm not using the term dividends because now we're talking about securities. I don't want to get into this. This is not my territory. This is not my territory. I'm an engineer, so I'm going to talk about reward and income. Just imagine you having million dirhams in your wallet, and next month you open your soft note wallet and you have 1,030,000 dirham. You just made 30,000 dirhams in 1 month. Well, so if you did not know, most of our working class in UAE make under 10,000 dirham per month.
Wow. That really puts
well,
it
not in
into,
UAE only, which is actually a really good number, which equals to 25,000 rubles, which is 25,000 rubles is higher than for example, Russian Federation minimum wage. It's still higher. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
but then again, in Russia, we don't have desert. If your income is not sufficient to support your family, you can go in the backyard, plant some seeds in the ground, and go back home. In 3 months, you're gonna come out and you're gonna have vegetables. In UAE, you are in the middle of the desert. Your income is all you got. You cannot go on the balcony and just plant tomatoes. It's 45 degrees in the summer.
Unreal.
Everything burns down unless it's very, very, very intensely cultivated.
Which of course
So
takes more money.
it's checks and balances, Trev. You know, life goes on. We can do only the best we can in a given situations.
Absolutely.
Most of us do.
Well, what I'm appreciating about this conversation, Alex, is you're bringing to light the real world implications of this pilot program and of SoftNote and Tectum. Of course, most people in crypto right now are here for the gains. They're here to kind of grow their investments and become part of communities and all of this. But what we're talking about here is real world solutions to increase people's quality of life and to protect them from real world real world problems that people are being plagued with right now in terms of keeping a roof over their head, keeping their family fed, all these basic human needs that people are struggling to be able to consistently provide and sustain for them and for their families. And that's just, for me personally, I feel like I'm getting a little bit sentimental here to be able to work with a project who's really prioritizing something like this is really, really special here. Can you tell us a little bit more about His Excellency Khalfan Al-Mazrui? Maybe talk a little bit about what it's like partnering with him and give us a bit of insight into what that's been looking like for you.
He's very insightful. He doesn't sleep enough. He works all the time.
Okay.
He loves people. He likes to listen,
Love it.
and he's very good at politics, and he does have a. He's one of these people who have a global vision on things,
Amazing.
which means that I was able to, and I am able to bring up like any sensitive subjects like our Iranian Ukrainian situation, Federal Reserve situation,
Mhm.
Israel Gaza situation. We were able to go through these things calmly and respectively, and he has shown a great deal of vision and a great deal of history knowledge, which really indicated that this guy had been around the block before
Wow.
I knew I knew how to write word politic on the paper. So to me, to spend time with him is like sitting in a library. You
Wow.
know, we 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 can sit together for 3 hours, and out of these 3 hours, we only half an hour we will be talking about synthesis note, and another 2.5 hours I will be listening to him about the history of Persian Empire. Uh,
Unreal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a blessing.
I mean, I can relate to that. I have a similar feeling whenever I hang out with you to have a conversation there, Alex. I feel like I'm being inundated by amazingly valuable knowledge and insights, and it's always an absolute pleasure to know that you're experiencing a similar effect when you're hanging out and speaking with His Excellency is pretty freaking spectacular. That definitely makes me very excited about this partnership, even more
Mm-hmm.
so. And makes me feel encouraged about just the motives coming into this and the
Mm-hmm.
people
Mm-hmm.
and the characters going into this as well here. So yeah, no, congratulations once again. Um, I,
Thanks.
I I just want to double check in with you here before moving on. Were there any other important points you wanted to discuss about Sinta's note, about your partnership with His Excellency Halfan Al Mazrui, or any other important talking points you wanted to make sure that were expressed today?
I want to ask community something, and I actually would really appreciate if community reflects on this, uh, because we're launching public blockchain, and there is going to be some rearrangements in the platform, and because Synthesis Node is more economy oriented uh, rather than pure utility oriented Tectum token. I would like to ask community, how would community respond, and what does community think if we suggest, as a technical team and as a team of economists, if our economists and our tokenomics suggest that we should issue and release another Tectum token just to mint synthesis nodes. It would be, if we did that, it would be probably called the Syntestat. You see, the paths,
I like it.
the life paths of these two tokens are gonna be, would be, I cannot say gonna be because there hasn't been a decision made on that, but would be so much different from
Mhm.
each other, and tokenomics would be so much different, and dynamics and utilities are so much different because synthesis node is basically a liquidity pool
Mm,
comprised of 3 tokens.
right.
And it's capable of producing residual income. It actually should be producing residual income for its holders. So, what does community think if we decide, or should we at all, pardon my language barrier, uh, think and discuss and plan on releasing another utility token, which would be dedicated to minting synthesis nodes, not basic soft node, not single asset soft nodes, but synthesis nodes, basically a fiat
Mm, understood.
oriented, fiat centered soft node.
Understood. Because, like you said at the beginning of our conversation today, the Syntas Note is more of a fintech products as opposed to Soft Note, which has more of that typical community-based, utility-based, crypto kind of ethos to it. So I think it's a wonderful question here, Alex. So basically, just to summarize that, Alex just posed the question to everyone who's here with us today, to the Tectum community. What are your thoughts? What are your concerns? What are your insights when it comes to launching a second Tectum token, which would be called a Syntez Tet? And I love that name, by the way. And this one would
Something
be
like this.
something like this. That's perfect. Which would be specific to the Syntez note, in specifically minting Syntez note. And there would be some very key differences in terms of tokenomics for both of those. Like you said, Syntez note would be more of a liquidity pool, that, and the new token would hopefully be a means of adding more value to these liquidity pools. Is that, am I on point with that?
Well, good point. Yes,
Okay.
yes. What they would before we do anything, before we make anything, make any announcement or make any decision, we would definitely come up with a set of incentives for
Understood.
new holders. We definitely would make it look and count, and all the math would be together and impeccable. Definitely, Syntestat would be minting a Syntestat in their dollar equivalent, so it wouldn't be like you will mint one Synthes node for $100. If Syntestat would be like go to $100, you would not have to spend $100 to mint a $1,000 worth Synthes node. It will be proportional, so everything, all the math and all the tokenomics will make total sense, and the holder of a Tectum token will be also just in regular Tectum token, will be eligible to a share in the reward and revenue reward.
Okay.
So slash reward generated by Synthes node. So the basic architecture would probably remain the basic financial architecture, financial structure will likely remain very similar to that of a Tectum token versus a soft node.
Okay.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Understood. Beg your pardon here. Okay, perfect. So just to kind of summarize this for everyone who's with us today, and we are just about pushing 1,400 community members with us during this live stream. So thank you everyone for taking the time to hang out with us today. I beg your pardon. I'm losing my voice here. Right now, Alex just posed the question, and of course, this is all still just thought thought experiments. This is nothing is certain, nothing is concrete. But right now, the intention is to speak to the community, to connect to the community, to see what your thoughts are on potentially launching a second Tectum token specifically for Synthes node. So Alex, what's the best way that the community with us today can get back to the Tectum team to share their thoughts and their feedback with? Would it be through the Telegram group? Would it be through social media? What would be the best way?
Well, since since I already announced that, I will pass it on to our marketing team
Perfect.
as we speak, and our team will probably run a survey on our
Okay.
in our Telegram channel. But the final decision will be after. I mean, Diana. It would be Diana and Ellen making that decision.
Understood.
How the mechanics of it and the structure of it will needs to be done by them. I don't I never stepped over their head.
Perfect. No, I respect that. I absolutely respect that. Perfect. So you guys have heard it here. Just stay tuned to the social media and the marketing team. They will be announcing much more information about all of this. They'll be launching some surveys to get your feedback, because of course, your thoughts and your insights in regards to this is extremely important to the Tectum team. So definitely make sure you're following Tectum on X, which is Tectum_social, and make sure to join their Telegram group as well to stay updated in terms of all of these amazing announcements and what's going to be coming up next, and also how you can get your voice heard. That's another important point that definitely should not be faded, because you guys, without you, Tectum is nothing. So just know that you're fantastic, and we appreciate
Amen.
every single one of you. Excellent. Also, yes, you can get a link to the Telegram group on the X profile. So make sure to follow Tectum_social, and you'll find everything that you need here. So Alex, we've been chatting for just over 50 minutes. We'll usually wrap it up after about an hour. Any other kind of closing thoughts you'd like to share with us on any of these amazing announcements that we've just spoken of, or anything you want to kind of get the community excited about things to come for Tectum?
Well, I've said so much today. That this week's been great. I've been on the stage twice already, so
Wow.
this is cool.
That is cool. Alex was showing me this before our stream began, and this is the random number generator that Tectum is having in production now. And Alex, you were mentioning hopefully within the next 6 to 7 months this will be publicly available. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what this is and why people should be getting excited about it.
Oh, random number. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Nobody really knows. Mathematicians say that random numbers don't exist.
I remember having this conversation with you, actually. Yes.
Yeah. So the technicalities of it boil down to how much computing power you need to decrypt something. So it's not about if, it's about when. Well, this thing is capable of generating private keys, which will take a couple $1 billion to decrypt.
Wow.
Couple billion years.
Couple billion years to decrypt. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking dollars today. Sorry. Forgive me my entrepreneurial thinking, but I meant to say years. It will take any computer in the world forever to decrypt. This guy is certified by every second intelligence agency in the world.
Wow.
He saved Russia from bankruptcy in 1993.
Wow.
He sold $1.2 million encrypted phone to Sharon Stone.
Oh my goodness.
You did not know that?
Actually, I remember having this conversation with you the last time we were speaking about Clip-Off. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, this guy sold $1.2 million Nokia to Sharon Stone.
Unbelievable. Wow.
That's $50 Nokia. He sold it for $1.2 million.
And to know that
it was two phones. It was two phones. One for her and second one for her lawyer.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Now the whole slew of questions just pops up into my brain. Someone's willing to pay. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that. That's exciting. Right?
Trev.
Yeah.
Nobody has been able to decrypt this phone so far. It's been it's been 15 years since.
And I think that's the main point that needs to be driven across, is that the gentleman, Mr. Klepov, who developed this unhackable phone, if you will, is now aligned with Tectum and is lending his random number generating technology insight expertise, which is second to none in the entire world, to enhance the security and efficiency of Tectum, of SoftNote, and I would imagine of Cinta's Note as well, knowing that all of this is interrelated here, which is just another massive point when it comes to the work that you guys are doing here. So very excited. And I think we're just about out of time here, Alex. I would love to give you the mic for any final words, and then we will wrap it up here. But just to kind of summarize the main points that we've spoken about so far today. Of course, the biggest point is the announcement with the partnership. Of course, it's His Excellency Khalfan Al Mazrui from the United Emirates, and this is a private partnership, and Tectum And it will be, of course, starting their Syntes Note pilot program in Dubai, which is
It's
incredible.
already it's already started, Trev.
It's already started. Perfect.
It's already
Perfect.
started.
That's wonderful. Okay, and we spoke to the goals of the pilot program. We spoke to what exactly the Syntes Note is, which of course is a inflation proof mechanism to help protect local currencies, which is massive. We spoke about your award that you received just this Monday, the Innovator of the Year award. We spoke about you had an interview with CNBC Arabia probably just over an hour ago now. So your Tectum's exposure to the entire world has been significantly increased. And then, yeah, we dove deep into a bunch of the core topics of Syntes Note, of Soft Note. We compared and contrast them. We spoke to the future. We spoke to random number generating. It's been, we've taken a trip this conversation there, Alex, and I couldn't be more grateful here. And I guess I'll just finish it off by saying to the almost 1,500 people who we have here with us, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. I see a lot of you do have some very strong opinions about the second token, and we appreciate that. So please, please, please reach out to the Tectum team and share your insights with us so that we
Please
can
do.
make sure that we honor your opinions, we can honor your expertise, and we can honor your insight. Because of course, like Tectum and Alex have said time and time again, Tectum is nothing without you, and your opinion
Amen.
matters. So just to kind of really hammer that home, that nothing is final. Everything is right now. It's all about gathering information, connecting with the community, and to make sure that the future involves everyone. So, Alex, I'm going to cut myself off here. Any final words you want to leave us with? Any final words you want to leave the community with before signing off here today?
Yes, I do. I want to thank everybody. Without this support, without our early adapters who came at a very early stage, when we could not even show that soft note printed, and when it was just a beginning, when we had the super fast blockchain, these brave people who I take my hat off. I have great respect for all of you, and I want to thank you. And we're counting on your support. We're counting on your support from now on. Also, really, really, really grateful. Thank you very much.
Excellent. I will echo that. Thank you to everyone for your ongoing support, your belief, your faith, all of this. Together, the future is ours. And stay tuned for announcements for our next AMA. Hoping to have another one here within the next week. We're also hoping to connect with His Excellency to introduce him to the community as well, I believe. Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
Would you like to have him on the next AMA? I will invite him. I will invite him.
I think that would be wonderful. I think that'd be fantastic. Yeah, I know. Apparently, that was the hope was to have him on our AMA today. Obviously, that did not end up working out. But yeah, no, I would. From personal, I would love to connect with you.
I did, but it wasn't like let's go join. And it was like after this Monday event, I asked him. I said, Your Excellency, would you like to participate in the AMA? He said, yeah, definitely. I need to think about it. And today, when I talked to him today, and I reminded him, and he said, you know what, I need to really prepare, and I need to really get ready for this. So I think it's a great idea. It's just a very big decision for him to go to like just to sit like for an hour, and I'm not sure if he's ever done it. I need to talk to him about it. But as you can see from Monday night event, he's not public shy at all. So I think we can do that. I think we can do it next week. Yeah,
Okay.
I will definitely propose that.
Okay, perfect. Hey, well, you guys heard it here. Definitely some things to look forward to. It would be an absolute privilege to be able to connect with His Excellency here and get his perspective and his just get to know him a little bit more as a person and about his vision as well when it comes to Cinta's Note. So yeah, let's definitely keep in touch and see if we can make that happen there, Alex.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well, hey, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you once again to you, Alex, for taking the time to connect with the community. Thank you to the community as well, blasting over 1,500 members of our audience as we speak. So thank you all so much for being here with us today. And please stay tuned for more announcements to come. Big things are happening. And I think there's a lot to be excited about as we speak here. So, Alex, I hope you have a wonderful day. To our community, have a wonderful day here as well. We'll chat with you guys soon. Take care.
Chat with you guys soon. See everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.